What's up guys, it's Tater Don here. I'm back with another video. I'm here with my first impressions with the Shure SM7B. Hope you enjoy it. What's going on everyone? I've spent a couple days with the Shure SM7B and I want to give you guys my initial impressions. Overall, I do want to say that I do really love this microphone. I feel like it's a great fit and it'll definitely be getting used for what I intended it to use it for, which will be, you know, podcasting and tutorial videos and videos like this, kind of explaining gear, things of that nature, just to kind of give you guys like a better quality sound. And it's obviously a more easy setup for me to get going, other than, you know, pulling my annoyment out of the recording booth and things like that. So there were a few things that I noticed when setting up the microphone that I feel like a lot of people have, you know, spoken about in other videos, but I will kind of piggyback off of what they were saying. Obviously, this microphone does not use phantom power. It just plugs right into your interface and straight away you probably won't hear anything. And that's because this microphone typically needs a lot of gain in order to, you know, have an audible signal or usable signal, I would say. There's been a lot of talk about the cloud lifter to pair with this microphone in order to get some good signal out of it. And I definitely understand why that was said. Just kind of depending on what kind of interface that you have and what you'll be using it for. For example, I know a lot of people use the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2, excuse me if I'm butchering that name. I feel like that interface does not have the necessary gain needed to get this microphone to an audible level. Which is why, like I said, a lot of people pair that with the cloud lifter. But because this microphone has such a low initial volume, you want to have something to kind of boost that. And like I said, with the cloud lifter, it's introducing clean gain into the microphone that you can then, you know, kind of boost on your interface where there won't be as much hiss and things of that nature. So if you don't have, you know, like a Apollo or anything of that nature, or a cloud lifter at hand, you have to kind of analyze your situation just to kind of see what it is that you'll be doing to kind of combat that. Obviously you can do it in post, but it'll be better to, you know, clean that up beforehand, which I feel like, you know, if you're making this investment, you're not really making the investment to kind of, you know, fight the issues in post, which could be done, but I feel like it'll be a lot more work and it would be kind of counterproductive as to the reason why you picked this microphone up here. But which also brings up another issue, because this microphone alone is already $400 retail, and adding on that cloud lifter is going to be another $150. So if you have that type of money to spend, I would say, you know, you can go with that package, but there are other options on the market, just kind of depending on what you want to be doing and things of that nature, or what interfaces you have, this environment, the circumstance, and things like that, that you have to consider before you go purchasing something like this. Luckily here at Rhythm Records, we do have a plethora of, you know, interfaces to choose from, specifically from UAD, that I really love, that, you know, they have built-in preamps and things of that nature that I can automatically use, where I don't have to go spending that $150 on the cloud lifter to get that audible signal. Right now, I think I have this boosted at around, I want to say 60 decibels on the unison side from my UAD interface. It sounds really good overall. I do feel like, which could be a good thing and a bad thing depending on how you look at it, this microphone does have like a very heavy bass response, but I feel like if you're purchasing this microphone, that's something that you are looking forward to, because especially if you have like a deep voice like I do, you kind of get that bassiness in your voice and, you know, that full sound that you're looking for, versus some similar microphones on the market may have, or may lack, I should say. So I feel like for me specifically, what I'll be using it for, I want people to be able to hear me and hear me very full and direct and, you know, in your face. So I feel like this microphone offers a lot of characteristics that I really like. If you feel like the bass signal may be a little too heavy for you, there's also a high pass filter that you can apply, built directly into the back of the microphone, or even you can use in post if you want to kind of remove some of that rumble. Another thing that I want to touch on too is the microphone itself. I feel like This could be a personal opinion, but it is very sensitive to sound. For example, the other day when I was setting up the microphone, I had it boomed up just as I do here, close to the desk and things of that nature. And I noticed that whenever I set my hands down onto the table, it was kind of picking up that bassiness that you would get and that boominess that you would get whenever I set my hands down, which could be a good thing and a bad thing, but it's very sensitive microphone, which kind of brings me to my next point. Choosing a microphone is very heavily dependent on the environment that you'll be recording in. For example, this studio is obviously treated all around. You know, the walls have padding and proper acoustic treatment, as well as the ceiling. Some people like to say that this microphone may be good for, you know, getting rid of noise and things of that nature, but I would say that I feel like some people may be choosing it for the wrong reasons. This microphone obviously is a great overall microphone, whether you're using it for podcasting and you know, recording vocals or whatever you may be using it for, just streaming and things of that nature. But overall, you have to kind of consider, like, if you're spending money on a microphone just to kind of eliminate noise, I feel like you may have to refocus because you may have other issues going on in your room, especially, which I feel like should be #1 top priority on your list before you even think about spending a significant amount of money into equipment, because you're buying the equipment to kind of combat the issue that exists when you can really take that money and spend it on acoustic treatment, things of that nature, isolation booths, you know, shields or whatever you may have an interest in. But having those things can kind of help you, even with something maybe on the lower end of the spectrum as far as budget goes, instead of picking this up. But like I said, it's a very sensitive microphone, so I would say that to say this, that I don't feel like if your room is not treated correctly, that this may be a good idea for you. With that being said, I feel like, you know, just depending on your voice type and, you know, what you'll be using this microphone for, the environment that you'll be recording in, your budget, obviously, because this is a $400 microphone. Also factoring in the cost of the cloud lifter, if you do not have suitable equipment inside of your studio already, that's an extra $150. So together the package will be $550 plus. You know, that sort of starts to creep up the more that you think about it. So I'm just kind of like, if you do have the money to spend and you want to try it out, I definitely recommend you getting it. But like I said, do not buy this microphone with the hopes of, you know, just kind of eliminating, oh, I don't have to get acoustic treatment because I have this microphone. It's very directional. Like, yes, I certainly agree, but if you have issues inside of your room, you will definitely hear those still. And that's something you have to think about before getting this. Now, I will say that a lot of people on YouTube have kind of compared this microphone to the RE20. That's something that people kind of go with as an alternative to this. I do certainly want to get that in to give it some testing, but straight out of the box, I feel like, you know, this is a excellent microphone, especially for what I'll be using it for. It sounds amazing. It's very, you know, heavy duty, built to last. Obviously, it comes with, you know, built-in windscreens and things of that nature, and they do include a larger one in the box if needed, but I certainly don't think I'll be using that here. But it is an option if you need that, which is great to have, you know, certain options just to kind of test them out and see the benefits of one versus the other. Overall, just to kind of sum everything up, I definitely love this microphone. Things to note before purchasing this microphone, I feel like you do have to kind of analyze your situation as far as like your interface and things of that nature. I do have several interfaces from the Apollo ecosystem in my studio to choose from that obviously has different preamps built inside that I can utilize to kind of, you know, boost the signal that this microphone lacks. I will be giving you guys an in-depth tutorial and how to set it up and things of that nature, and, you know, some personalized videos just to kind of introduce you guys to the microphone, compare it to some of the microphones we do have here at the studio, and other things like that in the near future. I hope you guys enjoy my initial review and first impressions of the Shure SM7B. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.